arms outstretched. Finish in that position, explode from that position, yeah. Hold. Nope.
My name is Jordan Gill. I'm 23 years old. I'm currently undefeated, 18-0 as a professional. I fight out of the Dave Coldwell stable in Rotherham. I've had 18 good wins to date, and I'm looking to step up very soon. I spent 5 years at the famous Single Gym in Winkerbank. After a successful amateur career, I had 50-odd fights, won a few national titles, boxed for England a couple of times, and the big fights and the big opportunities are going to come now.
Speed. Yeah, good work, George. So Jordan's preparing for his first 10-rounder fight, his first title fight. It's been a long time coming for Jordan. Ever since he came into a session with me, he's basically been looking for that title fight, that big breakthrough. 2.5 years later, it's finally come through for him. It's been frustrating. Basically, he didn't fight for 18 months, but he was never out of the gym, he never missed a session. He's in here 2-3 times a week, still working on them physical capabilities. When Jordan first came into the programme, he wanted that world level fitness, world level strength. Where he's at the minute, 2.5 years down the line, is training harder and faster and smarter than most world champions out there, if not all of them. When he first came in, he was a skinny kid that could hardly move. Now he's, in world level shape, ready to go into his first title fight. This next year is going to be absolutely massive for Jordan, and he's going to be in the best shape possible. Yeah, so Jordan's just lifted there 35 kilos on each hand, which is 70 kilos altogether. And that is basically 2 stone heavier than what he will be weighing in just before fight night. So, he's shifting a lot of weight, probably pound for pound best on the programme.
When I first met him, I got the impression that this kid is talented. Ever since he's had the desire, he used to say to me, I'll do whatever it takes to get that university fitness. Can I come in and train with you? And he was just like, every time he's like, I'm coming in and training with you. Next camp, I'm coming in with training with you. So I've known Jordan for quite a long time, 4 or 5 years. Progression that he's made over that time in terms of his physical ability has been absolutely fantastic, and he's turning into an absolutely amazing all-round athlete, as well as an amazing all-round boxer.
Go through them heels, explode. 6-2. 5-6. Good.
I had an 18-month spell where I didn't box, and as a fighter, all you want to be is active and happy, and it just wasn't happening for me. So I wasn't getting the work I wanted. I was being sent everywhere as a sparring partner, and I was bashing champions up and not getting the opportunities myself. So I went to Dave Coldwell. I said, this is what I want. Provide me with the opportunity, and so far so good. Can't fault him. I'm training hard, and I just want the big fights.
Drive it in. Nice. Stay nice and upright. Good. Drive into the floor. Yes, mate. Good work. So when Jordan first came into the programme, he weren't very strong. He couldn't move very well, and over time we've built up his strength and his movement foundations, and he's become a really strong athlete, probably the pound for pound strongest on the programme. He can deadlift twice his body weight, he can comfortably squat 1.5 times his body weight for reps, he's chest pressing his body weight easily. So he's got some really good strength foundations, and that means that we can go and focus on kind of working more explosive and speed as well. So for this camp, we've gone, right, this is a big fight here. It's going to be doing a lot of sparring. So we've been working on more explosive, more speed-based work, so we can transfer that maximal strength into punching specific actions, generating that force from the legs through the trunk all the way through to the fist. There's no point doing big heavy reps all the time. What you've got to do is work down the force velocity curve and make sure that you'll be able to transfer that into a punch.
Every session is grueling. All the conditioning is very tough. There's different ways to go about different things. Today we're running in the altitude tent to take the speed out of my legs, but still work my cardiovascular system at a high level.
Come on, let's go, Jordan.
he can go as far as he wants. He's got all the qualities, whether that's psychological, physiological, strength-wise, movement, the focus. He's got everything, and he's picked up all the lessons that he's learned from all the world champions that he's been and sparred with. Or just over at the England gym, he probably sparred 4 or 5 world champions. He's sparred Linares. He's been around the block more times than most world champions have when they win the world title. He's seen everything, he's not going in blind. Realistically, there's no constraints on him, to be honest. He can go as far as being a 2 or even a 3-weight world champion.
So after every few reps, every couple of reps, I get Jordan pop his finger in there, and basically it tells me his heart rate and what percentage of oxygen's in his blood. Outside the tent it's 99. Jordan just then scored 80, which is good. It's showing that he's adapted to altitude training. When he's pushing to 70, that means it's a little bit too tough. The altitude needs to switch down, which is alright because set the altitude tent up to stay at 12% altitude, which is equivalent to 4,500 metres. So it's on a very tall mountain right now.
Over the years, boxing has left out strength conditioning, and I think now people are starting to realise how important it actually is and how much further it can develop your performance. I spoke to Danny Wilson and Alan Ruddock and got on the programme, and that was 2.5 years ago now. I feel like they've turned me from a boy into a man. Mentally, physically, they're pushing me every single week. Danny, Alan, and young Tommy Monday coming through, working hard and training smart, just like I am in the boxing game.
Good work. 15 to go, try and keep it with 15. Go, 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 go.
Jordan's been running 1 minute on, 30 seconds off, and that is a clustered version of one of our classic high intensity interval training sessions. So the classic version would be 4 minutes running at 90%, so that's the red zone, 9 out of 10 effort, 2 minutes recovering repeated 4 to 6 times. What we've done there is we've sliced it up into little chunks so that we can get more speed out of Jordan's runs. We know that intensity is a key factor in the adaptive process. And so we've just split it up and we're managing his intensity and ramping those signals up for adaptation by just making the time frame over which he's running the intervals a little bit shorter and giving him a little rest in between.
4, 3, 2, 1. Solid effort that, mate. Really, really good. Get yourself laid down. Now, there's not many boxers at Jordan's level. They'll be pushing the body to the limits like this.
Whew. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing on a string. God damn.
Normally we take a scale of 1 to 10 RP scale, which basically 1 being sat at home doing nothing, 10 being you're going absolutely balls out effort. I don't really need to ask for Jordan because he gives me a solid 10 out of 10 effort every time.
I'm looking to make a big attack on the domestic scene this year, and if all goes well, then Commonwealth, British, European, and then onto the world stage. Let's gate crash the party.